is all they taking, fingerprints on a Rolls Royce. It's why they hating, push a button on his broke boys. That's detonation, walk the road to riches bare feet.
Contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Pacers. They've got Turner. Paul George is out there with Lavoy Allen. Then it's Ellis, and it's Hill in at the one. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
So it's the Pacers now. Outside Turner. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Love. And they're on the break. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Turner. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Irving's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And that one's good, George.
A strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Thompson dishes to Love. On the wing, Irving. And another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And George, here we go. And he gets it to go.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Here's Ellis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Love kicks to LeBron. Smith the pass to Irving. Smith dishes to Irving. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
And he lays it straight in. Irving's got 12 in the game.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in the zone.
I think they've got to consider, Greg, throwing a few different looks his way early on, especially if he keeps shooting like this.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the score by Cleveland. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. LeBron with it. Picked up by Turner. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Dellavedova kicks to Fry. Out to Shumpert. Outside Jefferson. Cleveland moving the ball around. No good off the front iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Hill left side. He kicks it to George. There's the three. Another shot. It's hauled in by Fry. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
It sure did.
And guys, you know what? Neither did the defense. I don't think they had a clue.
Now, here is Hill. He's covered closely. And George, here we go. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good.
Oh my God, I just got that.
And George drops them both.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Dellavedova, the pass to Fry. Misses off the right iron.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Here's Ellis. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got Ellis. C.J. Miles is out there with Solomon Hill. Then it's Paul George. And it's Lawson in the point guard position. Irving with the ball. Now Lawson defending. Here's Love. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Love's got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
And it's sent back by George. And he gets it back. Smith dishes to Thompson. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
Well, Greg, you know, there's no question about that. You played on a tough, physical Knicks team during your NBA career, and that would fall right in line with a smart, strong foul right there.
I agree. Very good point.
Good. And it's 8 points for Paul George.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Irving attacking. Smith for 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
And stolen by Lawson. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Monte Ellis. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And the dunk by James.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Irving attacking. Smith outside. James kicks to Thompson. And he jams it with authority.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. And stolen by Lawson. And oh, here we go. Hill, nobody back. LeBron with the block. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Indiana also making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Solomon Hill. Hill comes in for C.J. Miles. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. And Fry slams it in.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time. And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
And Indiana making a change here. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. Lavoy Allen comes in for Jordan Hill. Robinson's checked in for George. And George Hill's subbed in for Ty Lawson. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
The Pacers making a switch here. Young's checked in. Outside jumper. Here's the screen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Young.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Cleveland, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and fizzles.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
That free throw missing.
C.J. Miles.
Good on the second free throw. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Passes it to Mozgov. It's stolen by Allen. And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. Got a piece of it. But they recover it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozdov.
In for your Cavaliers, J.R. Smith.
That'll do it for the first half. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 10. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. The second half just about to get going here. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Out to Smith.
Blocking foul called on That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And on the way from Irving for three. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way.
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for ninth in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
The drive by LeBron. That drops. LeBron's got the first bucket of the third here for Cleveland.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
And for the Pacers against the East, they actually played the rest of the conference, Greg, very well. Ended with a 28-24 record, Clark, against the East.
The only team, Kevin, in the East with a winning record against the rest of the conference not to make the playoffs. Only went 10-19 against the playoff teams in the conference.
Thank you, Cleveland!
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team. Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time, but it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Pacers trail by 14. And George, here we go. And that one's good. George has got 12. Cleveland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. For three, Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Irving with it. Picked up by Ellis. And here's Love for three. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. And George kicks to Hill. And George, here we go. Here's Allen. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on LeBron James.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
In the third quarter, with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Hill kicks to George. It's back to Hill. Shot clock at 5. Allen up top. Pass to Hill. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Indiana making some changes. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Hill. Dellavedova, the pass to Fry. Cannot hit. Pacers trail by 15. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Fry at the elbow. Outside Jefferson. Picked by Mozgov. Jefferson dishes to Dellavedova. On the wing, Shumpert. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's Miles with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Stuckey kicks to Miles. It's stolen by Jefferson. Here's Shumpert. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers lead by 17. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Lawson out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Ian Mahimi. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in the small forward position. And the shot falls short this time.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Good. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Lawson against Irving. He feeds it to Dellavedova. Back to Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. 16 points for Kyrie Irving.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Lawson with the drive. Drops in the layup for 2.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think. There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Cavaliers leading by 21.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively. And fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
Ellis goes in. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, and, you know, they built the roster to how they played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now, here's James. 13 feet away. He dishes it to Smith. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists in the game.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
And the rejection by Smith. Love outside. On the wing, Irving. And another 3 for Cleveland. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Cleveland.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And George, here we go. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Irving. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
James against George. The drive by James. There's the bucket. Good.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
They grabbed their own miss.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
It's LeBron with the drive.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And it's George again missing. It's stolen by Hill. And the Pacers call time here. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks.